Bruh. It's really hard for me to tell what the lighting looks like because I'm in front of a window and the glare behind the camera is making it very difficult to see, but hello. Welcome back to my story. If you did not know, my name is Harley Nouveau. And in today's chapter, we have our, is it penultimate, the word I'm looking for? Like right before the finale? Second to last. We're basically like not at the season finale, but we're right there on the cusp. If you've been keeping up with me so far, that means that there are 10 weeks prior to this update of skin transitioning. So we're here to see if in the home stretch things have gotten better. As usual, I always give like updates before we get into it, but I'm again trying to think if there's anything. Honestly, like post-corona, not much happens in people's lives anymore. I can't think of much that has changed between last week and now. Before we begin, as always, feel free to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, add your name to the storybook that is my life. I'm always looking to expand the cast. And with that little blurb out of the way, let's get into what Differin does to your face. Week 11. I did rearrange my living quarters a bit. You can probably tell behind me, I'm now shooting from my desk because the way it was rearranged before, I was having to shoot on the floor and that was not fun. There's a window right behind my desk, so there's a lot of natural light there. Unfortunately, I don't have blinds, so, you know, if not for the curtain, it's very direct. When last we left off, we had discussed how from week 10 to week 9, literally nothing pretty much had changed virtually. I had managed to get the flakiness down a little bit, but other than that, everything was kind of consistent. It was the most consistent bridge between the weeks so far where nothing really happened. I would like to say that that was the case again, but you can probably tell looking at me that that wasn't. Now, there is a bit of a caveat here. For Jasmine's birthday, we went to Six Flags, which surprisingly was very cautious about their safety measures, so kudos to them. But as I expected going into it, between wearing the mask for like 5 hours and walking around so much and sweating so much, I was gonna break out because, as I've told you guys before, I have very acne prone skin, so sweating makes me break out really easily, and so does humidity. So the moisture from my breathing trapped in the mask did not do me any favors. But on a fun note, I walked 12,000 steps at Six Flags, and according to my fitness app, at my size, which I will not say, that is approximately 1,100 calories. So kudos to me. Yeah, so going into that, I knew that I was probably going to break out a little bit more. You can tell I got a breakout here. This one actually went away really quickly. Now it's just kind of a scab. And I told you guys over the past few weeks that the scabbing is something I have noticed increasing on this process whenever I do have a blemish. They all kind of scab over, almost like a little burn, which makes me concerned that I'm gonna get more scarring, but I haven't noticed any more scarring yet so far. I like never wear a tank top, so this is probably a treat for you and me because I can talk about my skin color when I get to that in a second. I also have something, I think it's like a clogged pore here. There's nothing coming out, it's all underneath the surface, but you can kind of tell it's there. And then of course this one tiny spot is still not wanting to completely go away. So I'm struggling with that. I still got these tiny little red bumps, but until I get my medicine in the mail, because I ordered it online for my rosacea, I am probably gonna have to still struggle with that. Now, getting up close as far as my pores have gone, like I said, it's like a day-by-day basis. However, I am noticing on my nose that I'm getting a little more redness around my pores. I don't know what that could be about. And then I particularly noticed in this area, it really wanting to be very dry. So I've been having to moisturize more heavily there. And then of course, you know, like all the holdoffs from when I had that really bad outbreak around my hairline. It's the usual. The feel of my skin, it keeps alternating in between feeling more smooth and feeling a little bit more rough. That could be the dryness peeking its head back and forth. I'm staying pretty consistent with the amount of product that I'm using, so I don't know why some days it seems to be drier than others, if it's anything other than the weather. As far as my eurythmia goes, looking at my chest versus my face and my hands, you can probably tell what I always talk about when I say that there is a clear shift in tone, because my overall skin is more yellow tone and my face has always been more pink. And I feel like you can really tell that right now because I have more skin showing. You know, I didn't lie to you when I said I look like uncooked chicken. She's very pale. I feel like, yet again, that's something that I have been noticing changing in severity. Some days my skin's more pink than others. Over this past week, apart from this, I haven't noticed like that big of a shift again. It makes me wonder if this is really like what the results are gonna be. We never know until you get to the next week, but I mean, going from where I started to where I am now, clearly there's a marked improvement. If I go back to that last video, the acne was bad. So I now have this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm getting one here, this one, and then I had a tiny one here. It's not the greatest, let me tell you. I actually was looking through some of that last night. So that is fun. It's just hard for me to say if that is a result of the retinoid or if that is a result of just not being in such a humid climate anymore, if that makes any sense. Everything is just like a slow burn. It's really hard to tell like when something's actually working or if you change something and that is what caused it to work. I am very sure when I say that, like, going forward, I get that I'm not really supposed to give the verdict until the final one, but at this point in time, unless I see like a miraculous improvement and shift between next week and this week, I don't think I'm going to continue this process after week 12, because I haven't really, the benefits have not really outweighed everything else enough for me to want to keep spending that much money, especially because I don't know if it really did anything or if it's so other. I mean, we'll find out if I stop and like break out more again. It's hard to say. I will say the mental health side of things, we're basically clear now. I really think it was just that massive breakout that was really causing me to struggle emotionally, but at this point in time, we're past that. So it would be really beneficial, even though I'm technically, even though I'm an esthetician, if I had the coin to like regularly see a dermatologist and esthetician, I'm sure my skin would look great. They always talk about why do rich people look so wonderful and people think it's good genetics. Look at half of those people before they have money. It's really the money that does it. So the affordable struggle to have beautiful skin really is a struggle, if you know what I mean. But that's pretty much all she wrote in today's chapter of my story. Struggling with these spots that popped up from life, and not much of a big difference. Again, I did manage to make this one last a bit longer, but I'm interested to see if this final week really will change much, because I know that people said that week 12 is really when everything like illuminated itself, brought itself to the light. So with all of that out of the way, as always, I am Harley Nouveau, and I wish each of you every happiness until our stars next align.